Good evening, reefers. How is everyone doing?
Evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
So tonight we're going to go through with the world's smallest reefer. How he reefs, apparently, is what I was told just before the stream.
I was just throwing a gag out there because you haven't got a subject, but yeah, we can talk about me and how small I am if you really want. Only in height.
This is the thing. This is what makes me laugh, Dave, because you're like half inch shorter than me.
I know.
It's not small.
Half inch is half inch, mate. You know, ask Melinda.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you're definitely not the smallest, but
sometimes something sticks, doesn't it? And that's
apparently so.
I don't even know
talk about sticks.
Yeah. Who named you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think I'm partially to blame because you went on about Sean calling you a midget, and you were supposed to compare yourself to Jay. Because Jay's short, and Jay's the same height as me anyway, so you just keep on going on. And I mentioned it to someone about you thinking you were small and Sean calling you a midget, and that kind of started it off. And so sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, I'm going to
It could be
bring in to every meet now and comes to Yellow Pages. I will not be the shortest.
Yeah, it's going to get some platform shoes, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Bring back the 1970s and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some reefers that we've met, like Rodney, he was a lot shorter than you.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah. And Rob. Yeah. You remember Rob?
Yeah. He's not short.
Rob's not shorter than you. He always finds a slope or a step to stand on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sneaky reefer. Yeah.
Right, let's see who we have in the chat today. We've got John, but he's not here. Evening, John.
Yeah,
but
John.
not here.
John.
Just that's it. You're dead to me now, John.
Evening, Dan. How you doing?
Evening, Dan.
We have Tony with us as well. Good evening, Tony. And Anthony as well. Terry Teckers is with us. The one and only Ronald.
Return of a Mac.
Yeah. John. Good evening, John. How you doing?
Johnny boy.
Evening, John. Look forward to seeing you on Monday.
We have Liam with us as well.
Evening, Liam.
And the tired reefer, Melinda. I'm guessing she's tired because it's like 5 a.m. for her. So I would be tired.
When does she sleep?
I don't think she does. I think when Lee visits, we need to check that maybe she's not a robot.
Well, thing is, you all got this is that thing. She'll message me at 1 o'clock in the morning. You fancy a chat? I'm like, how do you know I'm going to be awake? So you're the same as me, you don't sleep. So I knew you'd be awake. So then it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm chatting with her and whoever. But yeah, she don't sleep much.
Wow.
She had 3 hours sleep last night. Typical. Wow.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Wow.
3 hours, eh?
Evening, Reese. Hope you're well.
Luxury, 3 hours.
3 hours. God. I don't think I'd be able to function on 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, I don't think I would be either.
Straight again, tickets booked yet? No, not yet, Ron. I'm waiting for my mum to tell her money. We've had a big discussion about it because she's fretting over money now. So, yeah, but they'll be booked in next week or so.
Evening, Amanda. That's all right.
Evening.
Evening, Amanda.
Bananarama with us. Good to see him back in the reefing scene again.
Yeah.
A bit of a hiatus.
I hope he's got his notebook. We're going to throw some bits he needs to buy tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That was the funniest thing when we were telling him to Google stuff. And he's Googling everything we mentioned now. Google blue waffle. And it just went from.
All TMC products tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Good old TMC.
Oh, yeah.
Evening, Alan. I hear there's some fish in your tank now.
He's literally just left my house 5 minutes ago.
Texting whilst driving. Bad out.
Yeah.
He might live like 5 doors down from Lee. You don't know.
No, I don't.
Possible.
I look for blue lights when I drive up and down my street. Every time I pull up, I get excited because I see them next in house across road, and I realise it's reflection.
Are you the only one?
Yeah.
Sad that is. I do the same thing.
Evening, Ryan. Hope you're well.
Evening, Ryan. See you Monday.
Yep.
Yeah. Good evening, Tim.
Hello, Timothy.
Timmy.
Is Tim
Timmy
coming
coming?
Monday?
I think we all asked the same question.
Yeah, is he coming Monday?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. Yeah, he is. Yeah, because we're meeting. Well, Tom's driving us down, so.
Yeah.
What time are you leaving?
Well,
Five?
that right. Until I knew what time we were meant to be meeting, I couldn't say to Tom what time we're meeting. So then he couldn't say to me, "Be here for silly o'clock in the morning."
Plus 2 charges.
Yeah.
What's it for you then, Lee? Couple of hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours. 96 mile.
Oh yeah, we said this, didn't we? Yeah, you're a bit less than me, but
Sort of bang in the middle, this one.
it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's just short of 3 hours for me.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think it said 2 hours 50 when I looked at it.
But isn't it like half an hour to get to mainland for you?
Yeah, to get to civilization. That's all the passport checks.
You go across the
Coming out
wall.
Essex. Yeah.
Good evening, Chris.
You think, Chris?
That tank's
Oh,
still
Chris.
looking awesome. Evening, Coach.
He was very disappointed. He was the other day when he missed everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
When was that? Did I miss it as well then?
Yep, you were out.
Yeah.
You were helping someone with some problem, I think.
Oh yeah, that's when I got stung by foxfish.
Yeah, we just had a midday quick rant in the chat.
Yeah.
Have a look at some corals and then left them.
Yeah.
Well, my apologies to K-Joe, because he asked me if I wanted to chat Monday night, but Monday night? I can't remember one night, and I couldn't. I had too much on. I had no computer, so I had to move everything over. Anyway, sorry, Steve. I'm interrupting you.
That's all right. I've seen something in the chat, and I'm just getting ready to see if I can do a quick poll. Just to
A poll. That's
yeah.
a bit risky.
Yeah.
See
I
that,
like to live
guys?
dangerously.
See you guys. Nice stream. Cheers.
Yeah. All best. Merry Christmas.
Right.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, I was going to say, where is he?
Master Onion has arrived.
Yeah. Tom, we've got to meet at 10 o'clock, so you work out how long and what time you want us there.
Give yourself at least an extra hour of all the charges you've got to do. I can't understand. You must have the shittest EV if you can't, that's only 90 miles, so that's got to do one charge, surely.
It's how he drives.
Is he a bit?
I can literally see my hair going grey as I'm looking in the mirror as he's driving. It's the only time I've got whiplash going to a petrol station.
Well, that's why then. Not the car.
Right.
This is why he's no good at go-karting.
I've put a poll up. I'm going to play a game. How many microphones are on Lee's desk? Don't answer yet, Lee. There's a poll.
No, I'm not going to. But what you've got to remember is there's more than one desk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
the
now
big
it's
room.
my desk.
Let's do it in the room.
Yeah.
In the room, go for it. There's, yeah.
Something ridiculous. What's the options?
1, 2, 3, or 4. I was kind of guessing he's not got more than 4, but yeah, I was only allowed 4 options, so
Could add 4+, couldn't you?
Yeah.
yeah, we'll make 4 or more.
I reckon there's going to be more than 4.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good evening, Roxanne. I heard you were going to come on a live stream with Matt.
Makes sense.
Nothing just launched across the room. I wasn't.
She's gone upstairs. She's gone upstairs, actually, but I can probably imagine there'll be 2 fingers when she walks past. Not going to happen.
She is a bad influence, though, isn't she?
Yeah, she was the
Loves
reason why.
spending the money.
Yeah, she's the one that we go to shops and I'm like, oh, just get that. And she's like, no, we're going to get that, that, and that. Like, I weren't even going to get a fish. I was going to have a look around on Monday just because to make myself feel better because my floor went to shit. And then I walk out of a purple tang and I'm like, oh, how does that happen?
Yeah.
We've got Triggerfish45, who I believe his name's spelt Keel but pronounced John. Is that right? I remember. Sorry?
I thought you were named Terry.
Is it Terry? I don't know.
No, I think
Kyle.
it's Tricky's name for him.
It is Kyle, but everyone said Keel for ages. So now I think everyone calls him John.
And we have Harry with us. Good evening, Harry.
Harry Boat.
Good evening, Harry.
Hope everything is zen with you. Have we got any more?
I thought you was going to drop it then, Steve, but
no. We've always said hello. Melinda 3V is with us.
From New England.
A new name.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Anyone else? Lee A. Good evening, Lee.
Good evening. He's got nice
and
Lee.
We have Master Onion with us as well.
Evening, Tom.
Evening, Tom.
And he even admits it.
Yeah.
Shit, go-karting, haven't you?
Yeah. Is it because he's just on and off? That's just all it is.
Yeah. Doesn't understand about nice and smooth.
That's what she drives, like on, off, on, off.
I can drive from Tom to a bucket of water in front seat and not spill any. Whereas he's not a hope in hell doing that, even if it has a lid on.
It's not actually quicker driving like that.
So
Rama needs to have a revote, apparently.
A revote? Why? What's happened on there?
I don't know. He must have clicked the wrong one.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the poll and see what the results are.
How many are you going for, Dave?
4+.
Yeah, I'm 4+. Steve?
I would say 4+. However, the most popular is 3. So, Lee, how many?
This fucked us up a bit because Lee's probably chucked some out of his room today.
It depends. If you class, because I've got 3 sets of Bluetooth headphones with mics built in. If those are included, it's free. This one,
okay,
the one over my shoulder there, and then that one there, which is the blue one, Yeti Blue. But yeah, I've only got 3, and now I've got my new desk. All that lot's going. So I'll just have this one, and I've ordered the same Stream Deck as you've got, Steve.
Have you?
Yeah.
One with the XLR docking.
Yeah. Well, XLR dock came yesterday. I'm just waiting for the deck to come because I got that on eBay for 160 quid, I think it was.
So you're going to have 2 decks, 1 mic?
No, I'm getting rid of the other deck I've got because it doesn't like Discord.
We lost. We went for more than 4. So
well, technically, if you include the ones in the... Because they're 2 of them have got separate mics that you plug in at the bottom. So technically, there's 5. But
so we can pretend we're right.
Yeah. If it makes you feel
better.
We
do how many keyboards, how many mice, and how many monitors?
2 keyboards, 2 monitors. We've got
2 decks, 1 cup.
That's bloody not turning, is it? Oh, I've lost my picture.
Oh, what's happening? Good job he didn't have anything in his lap.
Yep.
Right, how do I get this back up now? There we are.
So Roxanne had an idea here.
I've got no idea what she's on about. I'm guessing you do.
Why is it not working? stop screen sharing.
Oh. Yeah, that was me.
It should have a picture on the screen now, but it hasn't.
I
No,
can
there
see
is.
it.
I can see it.
It's Matt meditating.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It's worked for me this time.
See, you haven't got your hands right, Matt. You should have them facing upwards so spirit can contact you better.
Oh, should I be like that?
Yeah. Well, you'd have them on your lap, but that way
Right.
up. It used to make me laugh when people used to do it in spiritual groups that I were in.
I was just trying to be Harry for the day.
Well, you need long hair for that.
Well, yeah.
Good evening, Rob.
Evening,
Evening,
Been a
Rob.
while since I've seen you on a stream. Hope you're doing well.
Watched your video this morning. It was very good and very informative, mate, as always. And
I
my
haven't got his video today.
my sincere apologies about you losing your clam. It's a shit one, is that?
I like how he's so conscious of time now. This is only going to be a short one. He's so conscious about it now because we all just. Well, I like it because it's like, oh, and we got this, and we got this.
Yeah.
And we'll all be with Bobby on Saturday, won't we? So, apart from you, Matt, unfortunately.
Why? What's happening Saturday?
We're all live on business
Oh,
Saturday.
sorry, yeah.
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 You got me questioning then, because I wrote in the diary.
It's been one of them days, Dave. I'm not with it at all.
Yeah, I'm gutted. I'm not going to be there, but I'll be there in the audience.
Yeah.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
I've got to be more Jack D than Bernard Manning, I believe.
I'm sure we'll take you pretty quickly.
Could be fun. You can go and have 5 minutes in the sin bin if you need to, can't you?
Well, I got through last week's without swearing, almost.
You'll be
So
fine.
if I can do it this week, it's a good sign.
Swearing's okay. It's just that one word.
Yes.
Trout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Parry, are you going to be our drippy for the day?
No.
Oh. I thought you were going to sing and get a guitar out then.
He's another one that is a very good reefer.
Peter Parry or Drippy?
Peter Parry.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
His pipes ain't turned round yet, have they?
Mm.
Nope. Well, we don't know that, but we're assuming not.
I think it's a safe bet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
Right, so that's kind of ploughed through the list of people that are in. So, Dave, I got to see your tank in the flesh the other day.
You did? Yeah, you rocked up on Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Came and knocked on your door like a proper stalker.
Actually, his door or?
Yeah. He was like, there's plenty of. He said to me, he said, "Which house is yours?" I said, "It's got a van outside." He's like, "There's quite a lot of vans down your road." I'm like, "Yeah, there probably is." Yeah. But yeah, you managed to find a door straight away, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
How big was
so
the
now
door?
you've tiny. Yeah.
They've got like a second door for guests.
For big people. Yeah, big people, not midgets.
They're like the burrowers.
Well, it's kind of like a cat flap for me. I just walk straight through that. Yeah. But no, at least you've seen it in the flesh. What do you think of the tank?
I thought it would look really nice. The water was really clear, and the LPS it had there's a lot of contrast in it. That was the bit that's really struck me. There's really nice contrast in it.
That's why the water's so clear.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar's powder. Yeah, well, it's
Okay,
good.
Colombian marching powder in it.
Oh yes, yeah. Only the best for my reef.
That's like the second
Absolutely buzzing.
cheaper than buying actual reefing products.
Yeah.
That's weekly. You do that weekly as well, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, once a week. Yeah, doing the old what's it called? Coral snow. Yeah, so calcium. Christ, I can't think. What's in the packet? Garnet.
Calcium carbonate.
Yeah.
£3 for half a kilo. Yeah.
I've got a big bag of it somewhere. I keep forgetting to use it.
With some bacteria. You put some bacteria in it, didn't you?
a little bit of bacteria in you. So yeah,
How do you introduce the bacteria?
How do I
Do you
introduce
stir
it?
it up with anything? And
Nope, I literally get a pot and put a bit of bacteria in, put a bit of calcium carbonate in, and
what bacteria do you use, Steph?
Microbacter 7. Yeah.
Oh, Brightwell.
Brightwell, yeah. So yeah, there you go. That's one for Rana's list.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap compared to like coral snow out of the bottle. Is
Massively. What's it
Yeah.
cost?
Yeah.
£3 for half a kilo? It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
something like that. And then a bottle of bacteria, even if you put a couple of drops of that in it.
Yeah.
Not a lot, is it?
Yeah.
Apparently, he's got some already as Rami.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
You
lad.
got some. Good man. Yeah. He listened, didn't he?
is that a real window next to you, Lee?
That one there.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Is it a real window?
Because it looks like it's still light outside, and it was
It is.
confusing me.
It's still light outside.
Well, it is. Yeah, he's up north, isn't he? They get about an extra 40 minutes to us.
Look,
Okay.
proper window.
Yeah.
And there's
It's
my rabbit.
mine. It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark here.
It's
as well.
dark here.
And that's why I keep looking to the side because I've got all chat on
All the chat.
second monitor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Must be. Move north. You get an extra 40 minutes. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
If you go north, further north up to Scotland where Ron is, like it used to be in the height of summer, probably about 10, half 10 at night, it was still light, which was cool.
Yeah. I visited Iceland in the summer, and that's
That is
just
light.
mad. It just doesn't get dark. I drove, the darkest it got was about midnight midnight when we got off of the plane, and it wasn't dark enough to need headlights to drive.
Yeah.
And by the time we got from Keflavik to Reykjavik to the hotel, it was about a 40-minute drive. By the time we got there, it was like nearly almost full daylight again.
Yeah.
It's a mental place.
Crazy.
Expensive place. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
It's not. You get microwave chips 5 packs for £1.
Oh mate, I'll tell you what. If you were like an importer in there, you'd make a mint, I reckon.
Yeah.
Rob's got a point though. It is bloody freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No different to Scotland though, is it? So
No, but
They all speak funny there.
yeah.
I do. Yeah.
It's a really hard that language to learn as well.
What, Scotland?
Yeah.
Well,
Scottish.
yeah, and Icelandic.
Pretty
I
simple.
think I'd rather deal with Icelandic people than Scottish. More chance of understanding them.
Yeah,
£8
I
for
don't
loaf
know.
of bread. Jesus Christ.
So we picked up a hire car at the airport and we drove to. So I know quite a few people. I went there with the family for a holiday, and because I know quite a few people over there, they're like, don't shop here, don't shop there, go to this supermarket or that supermarket. So we went in there, and then my wife was looking through and she found some bacon. She was like, "Oh, should we get bacon and we'd have a fried breakfast in the mornings, and then we won't need anything to eat at lunchtime." And she picked up the bacon. I'm like, I think that's expensive. Let me just calculate it. And it was £16 for a small pack of like 6 or 8 rashers of bacon.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, put that back.
Problem is, it's just all imported into the country, and that's what you're paying for generally, isn't it? So
Yeah. But they do serve horse,
they
and
do.
that tastes amazing.
What about this before, weren't we? Because of that scandal with Tesco's where they had horse meat in burgers. But when all that kicked off to me, it just like, I really like horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Plenty.
So yeah, I mean, we've kind of gone off track a little bit.
Yeah.
We were talking about your tank and the contrast in your tank, and then we somehow got to.
I was trying to get away from it a bit. Yeah. No, so that's how I keep it pretty gleaming inside with the old calcium carbonate.
Yeah. No, it looked really, really nice. And your pallies, are they still okay? You haven't eaten them all yet?
They are going to Lee So they will be Lee's pallies soon.
Oh, super. You're bringing them with you Monday then?
I'm thinking about doing it. Oh, Lee. You're
It's
lying,
Alan.
buddy.
Big Alan.
Oh, dear.
Dave, how long have you been in the hobby?
I've been in the hobby since 2010. So, yeah,
And how did you...
14, 15 years, yeah.
That's quite a long time, isn't it? So
Still absolutely clueless.
Aren't we all?
But how did you get? How did you get into that?
A friend of mine worked at a local garden centre, which kept marine, and that kind of triggered me into to start keeping, I suppose. Started off with nanos. Actually, I didn't change from a nano until last year, until I changed to this tank.
That tank's only a year old.
It is just over a year old, year and a month, yeah.
So,
But everything in it is from my nano.
Yeah.
And when I actually think of it, I probably actually have more in my nano tank. So when Steve said to me the other day, you had quite a lot in there, it's like, shit, you wanted to see the little cube I had. Couldn't move.
Is there any livestock you've got now that you had from the beginning?
Yes. Yeah, some of the hammers. Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the hammers.
None of the fish?
No. My oldest fish in the tank at the moment is the clown and the mandarin, which is probably about 7 years old.
Wow.
How is the mandarin after adding the wrasse?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It seems to be going all okay. I was saying earlier to, was it Matt or Steve? I can't remember. The wrasse, the female wrasse, is starting to get stripes on its face, which is changing male, which shouldn't happen, but it is. And they're just a bit. The male, which was in there, is like just a bit fussy with its food at the minute. It seemed to be eating like a horse, and now it's not really going for it. But I'm trying lots of different things. It's definitely eating pods, even frozen pods, but I will wean it back onto brine and mysis at some point. It's mouthing a lot of food, but spitting it out, so which isn't a good thing, obviously.
No.
But it is eating nori as well, so the belly on it's fat, so maybe it's just not that hungry. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if it's sitting there picking at rocks, obviously you've got stuff on there as well, but maybe it's just acclimatizing again to your tank, and it's only wanting food when it wants it. But fish are a funny thing, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm hoping it'll just turn itself around and get back into properly going for it, which would be good.
Yeah. Have you ever had a tank crash? With having a nano, they're a little bit more finicky, aren't they?
The only thing I've had crash-wise was temperature in the summer once. I didn't lose everything, luckily. So not a full wipe out, but yeah, I lost a lot, in the summer period. Probably about 2016. So
yeah.
And what was the reason for just nanos?
I don't know, really. I just thought small was good. Makes me feel big, right? So
it was just normal size for Dave.
Yeah, it's just a normal size tank for me. This is ginormous. I could sleep in that. No,
just wondering, because obviously small is more chance of
generally
going wrong.
Harder. Yeah. But to be fair, when I started in the hobby, I didn't really understand. I didn't know that. No one told me that. So it was. Yeah, I don't know. Once you keep a nano and you understand how to make it thrive and what you have to do in certain situations, it's not too bad. Like
for me, it's going into every shop and going, I want that, can't have that. Want that, can't have that.
Yeah.
I was
The good thing
quite
about
happy.
the good thing about having a nano is you can do a huge water change on it without it really costing anything.
Yeah.
A bucket of salt used to last me 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
3 weeks, for me.
Or one cellar swipe in it.
Oh yeah.
What? And the salt you're on now, Dave, is Nios?
Yeah, I swapped over to Nios. Yeah.
So why did you swap from Red Sea, Jeff?
Shots fired, Lee. Shots fired.
Next question.
The same
No,
reason I swapped from Red Sea.
I'll be completely honest. I'm not here to slate anyone. I've just got some really funky results with a fresh batch of salt, and it didn't sit right with me, so I made the swap. Yeah. I don't think I'm being politically.
Go on, sorry.
Have you noticed a difference?
No.
Either of you?
Absolutely nothing. What did I expect to? No.
The difference I've noticed is I've not got lots of crap showing up in my ICP now.
Yeah,
pollutants.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing with any
metals.
Any salt is basically dehydrated water or marine seawater. Whatever it's been collected from, whatever in that area is going to be in that salt, no matter what you do. Which is why I used TMC for years, because I know it's man-made.
That reminds me about my ICP, actually, because I had aluminium in my ICP, and I'm like, I still don't know where it's come from.
Did you? I'm not sure if I'm talking out my arse here, but did you check your jump guard?
Yeah, I've had a look. I'm like, I don't really know where it's.
Yeah,
I run
carbon.
Yeah, I run carbon since I got the results up until this morning. Pulled that out. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks, and then I'll do another ICP and see where we're at. Because I'm dosing a few other things, but we'll talk about that later if we've got time.
I'm just going to have a look.
I'm done now, so yeah, crack on.
No, you're not. Dave, tell us about the upgrade. When's it happening? Any news?
Right, the upgrade is officially confirmed. Sean is coming on the 3rd of May, so we're going to do it before Love to Reef.
Nice.
So we had a chat down the phone about it. He wants to do it before Love to Reef. I kind of agree because I kind of want to go abroad in June, and I don't feel comfortable leaving the tank too early.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get it done. He can't lift the tank, which is the only issue we've got at the moment. So I've got a mate who's going to help me lift the tank upstairs to get that part done. But on the day, I'm going to have to try and rope someone in just to quickly give me a hoink of the tank into position. So we've obviously got to drain this down. The bed's coming out. It's just an absolute nightmare, isn't it? What a stupid hobby. So yeah, that's going to get drained down into a big vat, all the corals in, keep everything alive for the time being. And the new tank I'm going to get up in. No, I'm not going to. John in the chat told me it's absolutely fine. Stop being a pussy. So fuck it, I'll do that.
Fine.
Matt, talking about your aluminum.
Yes.
Have you tried this stuff? That Polylab.
What is it now? Polyfiller.
Polyfiller. No, that's what you put in your wall.
Polyfilter.
Oh, polyfilter. Yeah.
Really, really good stuff, that.
So,
no, I haven't. I literally got the ITP back last Thursday. And I'm just like, where's that come from? I was speaking to Dave about it. So I thought I'll run carbon for like a few days. And I'll give it a couple of weeks. I've got no idea where it's coming from. But it is a bit of a concern. It wasn't mega high, but it was there. And it was a bit like, well, you shouldn't be there. Where have you come from?
Two things. One, polyfilter won't pull it out. Sorry, Steve. I know this because I've had aluminium in my system now for 12 months. And I have noticed actually no negative effects. So don't worry too much, Matt.
Okay. Still don't want it. But
there's an idea in the chat here, Dave, if you need some help with the tank. Get Rodney to give you a hand.
Mate, I ain't got the space to keep him. Can he come up and stay with you?
It's quite short.
Yeah. It's only little.
Yeah.
It's a double bed, isn't it?
This bed's not going to be. So that's the funny thing is, I've got to get my bed chair out for fishing because this has got to be stripped down to have room to muck about and swap around. So yeah, I'm going to be on my bed chair. I'm probably going to go fishing for the night across the road.
So have you bought another light yet, Dave?
Another light.
Yeah.
So I've got an XR30 coming from Alan, who tried to call Lee earlier.
Right.
So he's kindly sorted me out with one of those. Will it be on time?
You've got everything else, haven't you?
Yeah, got everything. Yeah, that's literally it. The sand arrived last week. I've got a couple of gland bits which turned up today from Aquaprint, and
Nice.
What sand have you gone for?
special grade. Melinda gave me the idea on it, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I've gone special grade.
She loves
That's what's
sand.
in mine.
She loves sand, old Melinda.
It has to be clean though.
Has to be clean.
Has to be clean. It's live, not the dry stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice of him, isn't it?
And you got a busted knee or something, Coach?
Oh, one leg.
Yeah. But yeah, appreciate it, mate. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fine. Although I'm small, I'm pretty strong, and we're.
And as I said before, Dave, if you want me to come help, I will do. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's just a lifting. Sean's going to do all the work when it's in place.
I'm strong.
I know. No, I think it'd be absolutely fine. I've lifted the tank twice now in the workshop, and I've lifted the tank one end on my own absolutely fine, and obviously two guys on the other end. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. What's the worst can happen? I've got two tanks. One gets smashed. We've got another one.
Well, and they're both good now because you've repaired them.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, so that should be good.
Make your own soon.
Could you fit the other tank in the bottom as a sump?
No, because I changed a sump anyway, didn't I? Because I've modified this quite heavily, but it's going to be how I want it, which is the main thing, right? So
yeah,
it's going to be pretty glam by the looks of it.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty glam. It's going to be all snazzy inside.
Yeah,
it's going to look like the red light district in Amsterdam, I bet.
I can change it to red LED. Yeah. To be fair, it may counteract the blue light a bit.
Are you going to run a magnet over the sand?
No.
So I've not heard about
big or go home.
Any contamination in the special grade. It was the black stuff that people talk about.
It's just from a volcano area.
Yeah.
That stuff you've got, Lee?
No, funny enough, the stuff I've got's quartz, and it's a freshwater sand, but it's there's nothing in it, so it don't leach anything out. So you don't even get the alkalinity or calcium leak that you get out of normal sand. So it's just basically null.
Yeah, I do like your black sand. Every time I see it, I'm like, it's different.
Yeah,
I know. When you get the diatom, it looks crap. It's the same as having a black car. When it's polished, it looks good. So when it's clean, it looks amazing. But slightest thing, it looks like dog.
Yeah. That's like any sand, though, isn't it? Like, I mean, I wouldn't say mine's too bad, but you know, when it like starts getting cruddy in the bottom up against the glass, you're like, oh, God, okay, that's my head in.
Liam's saying he's heard that black sand's full of aluminium.
It's usually iron it's got in it. It's usually lots of iron.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's me being, serious and you other guys are taking piss.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got that black sand that you used, Lee, because we talked about it, didn't we? And I got hold of some. I was going to put it in my main display, and I put it in my Fluval. You can't see that over there. My Fluval Evo, just to see how I'd get on with it in there. And you're right, yeah. When your white sand would normally get dirty, it still looks dirty. It's
I suppose the only good thing is with black sand, if you've got certain types of coral, the contrast of them is going to look a lot better.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have that stuff pop.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. The pop you get.
My local fish shop uses it in their coral trays.
Mm.
They've got they've got some bare bottom coral trays, but they've got one kind of high end special stuff coral tray, and that's all got black sand in.
Yeah,
and it does look really nice.
Yeah, I can imagine I mean, I've never seen it in person actually, not used anyway. I've seen it in like Lee's photos and videos, but yeah, in person, I can imagine it makes everything just hit you in the face a bit better.
Yeah.
It's only in the one tank, isn't it, Lee?
No,
You got it in the two small ones. Two small ones.
I've got it in water box, I think, big one. I've got white in small in cage, but I want to change it to black because I think it looks shit with white.
Yeah.
Just work, innit? Sans work. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all you...
Yeah. Is there a coral any of you guys wouldn't have in your tank?
Chromis.
That's not a coral.
That's,
I don't care.
that's a coral walker. Yeah. I'm going to be contradicting because I've got them, but Pally's, that's why Lee's having them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paddies are probably one of them ones that I don't find them very pretty.
They are.
I don't know. Yeah, I would say they are very pretty. I just don't want the risk.
Well, and the risk. I don't want the risk either, but I hate.
See, I still risk it because you've got zoas that can do the same effect as such, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pally. See, like Lee, if I'm really ill on Monday and I brought this up to you, it's your fault.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, no, they're every time I've physically moved that rock since last year, I've got palitoxin, and So,
can't you wear a glove? You're not wearing a glove, or
I've wore gloves, mask, eye protection. I've been screwed twice by it, and yeah,
you're not eating straight after, are you?
No. I'm quite cautious. I do wear gloves in the tank, mainly because of bloody clownfish. I think mullers my fingers otherwise. So yeah,
I'll definitely be careful then, especially if you're driving all that way to be ill.
Yeah,
I'm
in the Midlands.
going to chuck them in the back of the van. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, chuck it in a poly box in the back of a van.
In a lead box, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Not coming up in your BM?
Well, the weather's looking quite bad Monday, so that's not coming out in the rain. Not a chance.
Fair play.
John B said Xenia.
Yeah.
Never
I'd like to say that, but I've got a shitload of Xenia in one of mine. I would normally say bubble tips, but I've got like 15 of them now, so...
Yeah.
Never had Xenia.
Why 15 bubble tips?
Well, we might give me 10 and I got 5 on a rock and a tank brake. And I put it in the middle of the tank and it just looked phenomenal. It's like, as long as I don't move about, I don't mind. But I've got a load of them in sump because, as everyone loves Dong, he uses them for phosphate, for removing phosphate. So I thought, if I can get him a brake to spread more in sumps, obviously get help me with his phosphate and I won't have to dose 50 ml of lanthanum a day like I am doing at the minute.
Is Liam coming?
Liam coming?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just need to go for a peanut. 2 seconds, sorry.
It's been mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't know, bubble tips. I think that's a separate tank for me. I wouldn't risk it in a reef tank.
It's bad news, Liam.
Yeah.
Working on a bank holiday. That's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, not if you're a nurse.
Well, yeah. I don't think you'd pay me enough to work on a bank holiday.
Oh, I've worked on bank holidays loads of times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Only private
Great
work.
pay.
Oh, can't say that live. Taxman will be after me.
Yeah. No normal work, should we say?
No, definitely not. Couldn't pay me enough.
That was quick.
To be fair, though, I would if I got days in lieu, a couple of days in lieu for one bank holiday, I'd do it.
Yeah, that's slightly different, isn't it? That's slightly different because you get something back. Lee, your bubble tips, are they Colorados? Just normals?
Just your normal rainbows.
Right.
I ain't got the money for Colorados, mate.
No, I don't know. Someone gave it to you, you know?
Yeah, they're just standard rainbow bubbles, but they're really pretty. I don't really like them. It's just kill everything. It's just assholes.
Yep. I sell them, John. I don't wear them. I sell them.
Johnny B.
So what's everyone's kind of like go-to favourite coral then?
That's a stupid question. You've seen my tank.
Well, that's
Euphilia.
type of coral, yeah. But like one coral, what is the ultimate one for you?
I mean, my ultimate one I've got in the tank, which I always wanted, was a jelly bean chalice. So I'd say that was my one go-to coral. It's wrong though, because if all my corals died in the tank, would I buy another one? Probably not. I've had it now, so I would go back to a Euphilia of some description, not a torch, but a hammer or some variant.
For me, I think I was just thinking. She's saying from fox coral because it's different.
Yeah, I love that.
And you don't see them. For me, it's a Gonny. Gonny or an Acan. Gonnies and Acans are sort of my bit of a weakness at the moment. If I see an Acan on Monday or I see a Gonny on Monday, but I'm also hammers, torches, anything.
It's too much choice, isn't there?
Well, it's just if you say nice, you grab it, don't you?
For me, there's three. I've got Lobos. Absolutely love Lobos. Really, really good quality, big elegance. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love them. And then my true favourite is the Weeping Willow that I've got. Other than that, as you know, I love my Pallies. So Pallies are ones that I've always been tank.
You're the only one, mate.
What about you, Steve?
Sorry?
Got either a Gonny or a torch. More likely a Gonny. Gonny's like the top.
Here today, Gonny tomorrow.
Yeah. Some of them are a little bit temperamental, but you know, touch wood. At the moment in the tank, they're all doing pretty well.
Yeah.
What I can never work out is, and I know they're all different animals, but you got one that's looking absolutely amazing, and you got the other one that's just going not interested on the rock. And it's like,
that's corals in general, though, right? So
yeah.
I've got it with frog spawns at the minute. I've got some which are thriving and some which are just not happy. But yeah, and one of those I've had at least 12 years. So
wow.
And you'd think that's the hardiest as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's been through a lot of cycles. We're all trying to work it out a bit what's going on at the minute. It's just weird that a lot of people have got similar kind of coral deaths. I've had polyp bail out.
I found another two dead this morning.
Yeah.
Do you live near? So do you live near a field as well, Lee?
Yeah, there's plenty of fields up around here. I'm virtually out in sticks. Well, not far off.
Sort of maybe this pollen.
Yeah, it's either bacteria or pollen. Hence why I got the witch hazel, which Mr. Budnick has kind of given me a heads up to try and do a dip on a couple of corals and see what happens.
So interestingly, with my Gonnies, when I tried lots of different things to try and bring them back around. I actually found that Fauna Marin Bacto blend worked really well. I dosed that for a week, and before the end of the week, they were all starting to look much happier. The flesh die-off had stopped, and then kind of within the next 2 weeks, it started to extend the polyps again. So they're looking really good at the moment.
Yeah, that's good.
Thing is, with yours, Dave, I know we spoke about this a bit. Like, what have you added to to bring something bad in. You haven't really. You brought a couple of fish in.
A couple of fish, a couple of bumblebee snails, and that's it.
Yeah, but what you've got to remember is these are living animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though everything's doing right well, they might pick some up that just randomly, and hence doing it. You know what I mean? It's some of that can be in tank constantly, like white spot with a fish. Your fish can be all fine, then one will get beaten up, and then it'll start feeling thing. All it needs is for us to knock one of them, not notice we've done it, and then that can spiral it all off.
Has it been recently fragged or anything like that, or?
No, I hadn't fragged it. I fragged it the other day just to try and save a couple of heads. But yeah, no, I hadn't fragged it at this point until last year, probably middle of last year.
Weird.
Yeah, it's super strange, but it is what it is. Don't use Colombian marching powder. Yeah, done a couple too many lines, Rami. Sodding thing.
Same as your chalice, though, isn't it? Your chalice all of a sudden just.
Well, I know why that's kind of died, because that was a tank tour curse. That was a thing. Ron, your fault.
Yeah.
No, that was really, really bizarre. That's probably been one of the happiest things in my tank since I put it in. So I put that in last June time, and it's been from a 2p frag. It grew out to, I don't know what size do you reckon that was, Steve? Probably 2-3 inches diameter.
Yeah, I would say very close to 3 inches.
Yeah, and then obviously just the colour started to sap off it. But I chucked it in the back corner for nearly 2 months, and the colour and eyes have started coming back in. It still looks pretty screwed, but like compared to what it looked like, it's recovering. But I'm gonna try that witch hazel dip on it, which Zach had kind of said about. So yeah, we'll give that a try, and we'll go from there with it. Got nothing to lose.
Crossed. Yeah, exactly. When you get to that point.
Yeah.
When you're scratching your head, you ain't got nothing to lose.
No.
Do we talk about Lee and how Lee's tank is? I know some of it.
Definitely.
Go on then.
Well, I've lost a few more hammers because I've been having issues with salinity. I think what it is, the pipe for my auto water change is blocked. because I have one that goes out into the garden, which pumps the wastewater out. But I've been putting it into the new sump system because the salinity on that were too low. So when I put it back into the normal thing, it's been pumping it's got too much back pressure, and it's been pumping extra into the sump. So my salinity has gone from 35 to 39, hence losing a few more. Then I flooded cellar again, and then, as was mentioned yesterday in brief, I got really badly stung by a foxface just on Monday to the point where it would touch and go if I made it home.
You are the man which just keeps on giving, Lee.
Yeah.
What? So hang on. So go back to the fox face.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Talk us through how you got to that point.
Right, you can see.
Hang on.
Look like much on.
How did it sting that hand?
Why is his hand in the tank?
So there's 3 spots you can't see. I think third one's there. So
yeah,
my mate's doing a tank transfer. He's fed up. He got it in his head about his Red Sea not being safe anymore. So he bought a Neptunian Cube 5-foot peninsula, and he's really upset about it all. And so look, take this as a new start. Put all your favourite fish in this tank and get the ones out of your main tank into your frag tank that you don't want. So we were catching fish out of his frag tank, and he'd put this big fox face in, and it's probably the size of a microphone, so it's about that long and that deep. As I'm catching, dickhead jumps out. Didn't think out of it. Because I can't feel on that arm, I didn't notice it. So I bends down, picks it up, puts it back in, catches fish. And about 20 minutes later, I'm feeling a bit queasy. And I look down and there's blood pissing out my arm. I'm like, oh, fuck, what have I done? I'm sorry. Bugger, what have I done? And it looked like there were a big gash there. But it wasn't, it was just wet, blood were coming out. So I washed my hand, and I didn't think much of it at first. And then I was looking at my hand and it was swelling up. Now, I've had a lionfish spike that finger full way through, so I know what it's like with toxins. But I just felt really drained and knackered. I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go home. I don't feel right. And it wasn't until I'd got halfway home, he rung me and he says, you've been hit by a foxface. I went, what do you mean? He went, you can see all blood on the tank where you've been thing. And as I'd wiped it, you could see spots where fin had gone into my hand. And it was just like, weird. But came home and went straight to bed and lived in bed for the rest of the night.
So, hang on. So you didn't take anything?
Like
no
what?
antihistamines? No.
I never do. When I nearly died from palytoxin, I got rushed to hospital that time because my mate's a fanny and he panicked. Like, you know, you were choking on your vomit and unresponsive. I'm like, I'm all right now. I'm awake again. Just let me go home. And he's like, no, we'll take you to hospital. And I got a litre of celluline put into me. And other than that, I've never had out from any of them. Just get up and get on with it. Be a man.
It's all right when you say that, when you're wiped out and laying on your sofa.
This is King Cobra.
Yeah.
Dan was asking about, did the white carpet clean up? It wasn't me. I can't remember who spilt it now.
It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I was thinking Ryan, but I couldn't quite remember. Spilt Hannah alkalinity reagent on the white carpet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it did clean up.
Madness.
Why would you have white carpet?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, bad idea.
Having a white car on a bad decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's going on with your tank then, Matty?
Not too much really. I haven't seen one before. And I went to my local LFS and they had a tiger goby. Well, they called it a tiger goby, but turns out it's a tiger watchman goby. Quite nice. So I put that in. That's decided for some weird reason it's gone to the back wall and it's done a little World War II bunker. And it just lives in there. And I'm like, mate, anywhere under a rock would have been lovely, but no, you want to pick there. So it sleeps there. It sits there. I just think, whatever. And then Monday we put in a purple tang. I'm praying that's going to be all right. It looks fine so far. As I said to you before, it looked a bit glossy, but it's eating well. It's eating.
Really nice fish, mate. I keep watching it while.
It seems to be all right, but touch wood, I've just had bad luck with fish. I don't know what it is. Like people, I get the same.
Steve ain't saying a thing because something's going to stick to that power head on live, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me. Oh, there, I put one hand there and the other one. Oh, God, this is too confusing. And the other one there.
But in terms of tank, I think everything is doing really, really well. The hammers look like they're going to. Hammers look like some of them are splitting, and some of the torches look like they're splitting. So euphilia-wise, everything's going really well. The A-can that, for some reason, looked like it'd been attacked seems to be recovering.
That's good.
And then we did a ICP, and the only thing that was low was trace elements. I think I cocked up on salinity. It weren't mega low, but it was like 30.246 or something. So I think it was just my cock eye that didn't read it very well, and I've let it drop a bit. And some of the traces. So I've added Reef's element Vita Plus. That's what I read, and that seemed to be what I needed it for. Coral food and traces. So we'll see how that goes. But we was having a conversation, me and Roxy, the other day. We'll do another ICP probably the end of the month. And if it's still not very good, we're tempted to just pull it all off and go nice and just try something else. Because if it's not, what I'm trying to get round is, if I'm putting part 1, part 2 in, I'm putting Vita Plus in to also boost the trace elements up. If I'm still not hitting my marks, and I can't find a good balance, then is this really what is this man enough for my tank? Is there better out there? And then I'm going to be looking at what else is there.
What are you trying to get out of the tank?
I just
wanting
want
more
to go
growth, better colour?
both. I want more growth. I obviously want more colour as well. Some of the sticks are growing, but they're growing slowly. But the Ophelia look happy, so I'm a bit like, don't break it. If it's not broken, don't change it. However, when you put in an ICP in and it's like you're low on boron, you're low on this, you're low on this, I'm like, how long's that been low? Because in my head, I'm dosing trace elements via the part 2.
Yeah.
There's no trace. No, what it is with the element stuff, there's only a minimal amount of trace elements in them both, and there's not that much in it. So no matter what you do, you're still gonna have to dose with trace elements regardless, no matter which system you use, because they're all the same.
So I'm now using the Vita Plus, hoping that will help. If that doesn't help, if that doesn't help, then I'm thinking, do I go to NIOS, because the little bottles you just control.
Yeah, you can control the trace what you add with NIOS. Yeah.
What about A&K traces?
That's me. The only thing that stopped me going A&K was I only had one head. So because I'm running back to balance for nutrient control, I only had one head free. So I thought, right, I'll go the Vita Plus way, keep it as elements, and then go back to it in a couple of weeks and see where I'm at. If it's still not right, I want to find something that when I go to an ICP, it's more consistent and it's more where it needs to be.
The only thing I'll say is, like you said, you want kind of more growth and better coloration.
Yeah.
Obviously, with SPS, you're going to get, with better growth, you get a better coloration. But with LPS, doesn't usually work that way. I don't find personally. I find with growth, you don't get the coloration out of LPS. My tank looks a hell of a lot better not growing, if you get what I mean. The colours come out a hell of a lot better in the LPS. I can't vouch for SPS because I don't keep it. But
the growth absorbs the nutrients and stops it from colouring up how it should do. And it's the same with most colours, to be honest. It's which way it wants to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With SPS, so you obviously get the tips, don't you? Which like the growth tips, which everyone kind of wants, because that usually gives a better coloration out of them, doesn't it?
But there's also an idea of, like, say, do you go the way that everyone seems to go, which is DIY alk, mag, and calcium, and then you just do your A&K.
That's what Timothy does.
Yeah, which a lot of people rave about, and they seem to be really happy with it. So I'm like, I'm now at that point where I'm becoming more confident in the tank, and I'm now wanting more from the tank. And I don't really want to be doing ICPs and going, I'm expecting manganese to be low because, you know, it always is. But some of the others, I want to be going, I've got a shopping list of trace elements that are low.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to be interested for my next ICP to see, because now I'm using the QD to dose manganese. Is that because it's dosing it every hour, because it can dose a really small amount. So rather than doing 2 milliliters a day manually with a pipette, it's doing it automatically for me. So one, it doesn't forget, and two, it's doing it gradually throughout the day. I wonder if I send off an ICP, whether it would still show up as low or not.
I suppose if you ICP at that time, don't you? If you take the water out, it's just as it's dosed, you're going to get a different result from what you would if it hadn't dosed.
So I think Lee's going to answer the question I was going to ask.
It participates in water, regardless.
Yeah. So does do it on its own, whether you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dissipates after an hour, so you're always low by the time.
You're always chasing it, so.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just that it was very quickly absorbed and it would be absorbed within that time frame, or if you took some salt water, dosed it with manganese, and then sent it off for an ICP, whether it would still have participated. that word.
Yeah,
I can't say tonight in the water. Yeah, just without anything interacting with it.
I think I'm at that point now where, like I've said before, I'm at that point now where I'm becoming a little bit more confident again in the hobby, and I'm now probing for. I want just consistency and I want stability, and I don't want to be sending ICPs. I'm guessing your guys are the same, that you don't want to be sending an ICP away and going, fucking hell, there's a shopping list of trace elements that aren't in your tank, and if you don't know nothing about it, how long's that been like that?
Yeah, thing is, I obviously dose Alpha Reef, which has got most of the trace in anyway, so I'm always getting a small amount. Like Ron's just put it, he's just nailed it in one, really. Like the DIY method with AMK, you get everything you need. Will it be like elevated levels where an ICP tells you it should be? No, of course it won't. But for me, I'm not that worried. Like, I know at least my tank's still getting some of those trace every day. There's your consistency.
That's another way of, like I say, Alpha Reef. It's another option, isn't it?
Melinda will be happy.
Yeah.
She likes her Alpha Reef, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah, I don't know. I'm now at the point where I like elements, and tank's been good on it, but is it better? And I know Chris put Modern Reef. That's an option, but it's just expense. I'm like, Roxy would like to go to Modern Reef. She's a bit fangirling on that, and I don't know.
Not against Modern Reef, but I haven't heard a great deal good about it. Everyone I know that's been on it has come off it. I've run Elements for years, and it's always been spot on for me. The only reason I changed to Aquaforest, well, without me going into detail, you all know why I run Aquaforest
Come on,
now.
Lee, tell us. Yeah. Tell us, mate.
Tell us.
Because I'm sponsored.
It's because they're the greatest in the world.
And how
you are horrid.
Yeah.
And is that so you get part 1, 2, and 3 plus trace?
Yeah, and I've still got to dose trace, but it's nowhere near as much as it was when I was Elements. Right. Now, when I worked in shop, I never had an issue with dosing trace because I got everything from work. It didn't cost me out because I didn't get a wage because I was technically a volunteer. Now I'm not working there, I'm having to pay. Well, you think about it, it's same as I have the same issue as Rob. I've got a big system. So when you get an ICP back and it says, oh, dose 0.4 of a mil of this 10 times, to me, it's a full bloody bottle. So it's like every time I do an ICP, you can guarantee I'm using at least one full bottle of some trace element.
And are you dosing A and K?
No. I'm just dosing Aquaforest Complete Pro.
Oh, so you're dosing Aquaforest throughout?
Yeah. But I'm using these Elements traces because I've still got them left over from when I did all the Element stuff.
And you're doing Alpha Reef, Dave?
I'm just on Alpha Reef, yeah.
And for an ICP, is that consistent?
It's consistent, no trace. But I know there is trace going in. I do dose a little bit more. What's he got?
Have you used that before, Lee?
Yeah, I tip it in my fish food.
Okay.
Do you actually?
When I mix all my fish food up, I've got a load of little bottles like that. I ain't got one big like that. I've seen it, but to be honest, I don't even know what it does, mate.
No, I didn't. I got it. I don't know what it does.
And on that subject, Steve, how's the Red Sea doing?
It's doing all right. I mean, it's the same problem as Harry had, and most people I've spoken to. The fixed ratio thing is
high calcium.
It's just high calcium,
low magnesium.
No, so my calcium and magnesium is okay. They're both a little bit high at the moment, but I'm bringing it back down. But the ratio between each of the KH and the calcium and magnesium is not what the app says. So
you're dosing a new 4-part system then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put one of my customers onto that, and he found that the alkalinity has solidified in his tub. You know, like the Elements Part 1 used to do, the original stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to him, you just need to test your calcium, you'll be fine. And obviously, it don't work that way. Not like Red Sea say it's supposed to.
Yeah.
The thing
So-
for me, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just going to have to say, my daughter and her friend are on. Yes, I will come and get the spider after the live stream.
Brilliant.
Is there a spider in the room, or she got a pet spider?
Yeah, no. There's. She would not have a pet spider. Apparently they're both terrified. Yeah, so they're
You got to be
just
careful.
cowering.
I remember we had a big one like that big in house where I used to live, and I last went, "Hey, newspaper." I went, "No, because if I miss, there's no way I'm stopping here with you being angry and an angry spider. Bugger that."
Yeah, it's going to grab hold of the newspaper and beat you back.
Brilliant.
So
Yeah.
that's not your long term though, is it? Steve? You're going to go DIY as well, aren't you?
Yep.
I don't know.
DIY 3-part.
With A and K.
I just don't like the. I guess if you commit to it, I suppose I'd have to buy another doser, and I'd go down that, buy another 2 heads, and because obviously that takes up 3 heads plus your traces, 4 heads, 5 heads with A and K because they can't mix, can they?
Can you mix K into the magnesium? Is that correct?
I think so,
Pretty
yeah.
sure I think you can mix K into magnesium. Rob will be able to tell you. Actually, so will Ron.
Yeah, one of them will tell us. That's the only thing that puts me off because I don't want to be sitting there with 10 heads for 10 different things. Like I just want to be able to go boom, 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 done.
Yeah.
All for Reef.
All for
I'm
it.
so, I'm so jealous of that myself.
How many are you dosing? Yeah, I'm going to say.
I've got 7 doses on go at the minute.
Yeah.
So that's 14 heads.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I just look at it and think about money. 400 quid each in each one. It's like
Plus
I'm starting eating beans on toast. I'm skin.
Yeah, plus what's going in the tank as well. It's fluid wise. It's just don't know.
Yeah.
Someone will have to talk me into All for Reef.
Ram has heard about us talking about he's now switching to All for Reef.
Well,
How was your tank, Rami, after you removed refugium? It looks instantly better, didn't it? Like Steve did. Do you remember that, Steve?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have salted batters and you'd removed your refugium, then Rami went and did the exact same thing.
Answer to Gaz's question. I'm on elements. One head's part one. Another head is part 2. Then I've got Bacto Balance, which is the 3rd head. And then I'm using this Vita Plus, which is the 4th head. So now I'm all out of heads.
Yeah.
So any offers, I'll take one.
I like the All for Reef. I can't knock it. Do I have to occasionally manually change something? Yeah, of course, because no system is perfect unless you are dosing everything individually. Like simple as.
Well, that rate got for me on the elements got to the point where we're dosing magnesium and calcium separately because there were too many fluctuations in it.
Fucking brilliant, Ron. You see that coming from Ron.
Yes.
Yeah. You got the dirty little map from.
I think
Yeah.
Gaz is saying about the cocktails, and yes, you can do it that way, but it's bloody expensive.
Yeah.
Where you buy the single bottles of elements, you create a cocktail, but it's not cheap. I think there's other ways out there, and I just want consistency.
Well, I originally going to go All for Reef Black, not All for Reef, Modern Reef Black, because I thought that contained all trace elements as well. For that simple fact, so I didn't have to keep on buying these little bottles.
Mm. So apparently, Tropic Marin don't recommending adding A and K into the alk or calcium.
No,
and for those of you that might be interested, the spider is getting closer.
Roxy would be screaming like I'd have to go because like she would be literally someone would sound like she's killing her if there was a spider in this house.
There is almost certainly spiders in that house.
She's terrified of spiders. Don't tell her that. She'll be looking around the room like.
Do you know what they know? Conkers. If you put conkers on floor You know, in certain just anywhere around, just a couple of conkers, you don't get spiders in the house. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works, but my mate used to swear by it, and she was terrified of them.
We've done the conker thing and still had spiders in.
Oh, have you?
To be fair, are they John spiders?
Oh yeah.
No, those would be terrifying.
Yeah, it would be quite terrifying. Yeah.
There you go.
Don't give many ideas, Roxy.
Cutting the Wi-Fi.
She would, mate. I'm not. Honestly, you'd all know about it. If
Melinda's got a point as well, though.
Yeah,
they're not spiders.
They found I don't know. I mentioned it on something else the other day. They found a new type of funnel web, and it's 3-4 times the size of a normal funnel web. So it's like this big, and they've called it the Newcastle Big Boy. What kind of a name is that for a spider that can kill you?
It's fairly accurate. It's a bit like a Newcastle Big Boy. They could also kill you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, conkers actually apparently do work. That is.
Yeah, we have used conkers before and still had spiders in the house, and we've had them on every windowsill and by every door.
The
spiders are the conkers.
Yeah. Well, the conkers, but the spiders then come in and wander around the house. One of them had a conker on a bit of string and challenged me as well.
You don't see that anymore, though. I remember that when I was at school.
Yeah.
I also remember someone hitting my knuckle with conker.
Yeah, that's it. Wreck my knuckles, yeah.
Right. Gentlemen, have a quick chat between yourselves, because this chat's just going to keep filling up with Amy and her friend asking me to go and save them from the spider until I do save them from the spider. I will be back. Apologies.
No dramas.
So,
right, what can we say about Steve?
You've got nice lipstick on today, haven't you?
That's his birthday Monday, people. If you come in.
Yeah, with there's something organised. I hope you two guys know.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Already got it.
Mine's not due till Saturday, so I'm just hoping it makes it here before then. I always panic when it comes to mail.
Yeah.
Before. Describe Steve in 3 words.
Ooh.
Annie Lennox is 2.
Look-alike.
Yeah. Well, I just said impersonator.
So in terms of, how much volume are you getting extra, Dave?
What water volume? Probably about 150 litres, maybe. Yeah, around about that. So after displacement in there, you probably got, just say 200 litres, probably another 150, maybe
that's
a bit more.
That's with the original sum. That's not with the new sum.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So this is where it gets a bit more complicated, because I'm going to probably drop at least 20 litres out of sun. So, yeah, I'm still saying you've probably got about 150 litres extra. So it's a bit more to play with.
Any news on them sumps, Lee?
Then what?
Sumps.
Yeah, they've got water in them. And I ain't had time.
No time.
I'm waiting for someone to come help me. That's the thing. And it's just, whenever anyone comes, there's also over jobs.
I hear Drippy's coming and sort it out for you. He's pretty good with pipes.
Yeah. So it's on the cards. I'm just waiting till I get the phosphates level, which I suppose it'd help if I tested them, because I haven't tested them in sump for a while.
Have you sorted out your bottomed out phosphates after you said you'd never bottom out?
Yeah. It turned out that I'd run out of pellets in my feeder, because it feeds pellets 3 times a day. And that's why it had bottomed out. Otherwise, it would have stayed stable. But yeah, we're back at 0.12 stable again.
Yeah. That's consistent. With 50 mil a lamp the other day.
46 at the minute.
Okay.
I'm dosing 6.
Yeah, but what you remember is, Steve, I've got a refugium that's bigger than your tank.
Yeah,
and that's just one section.
That's without. That's without all them big fish in there.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We're thinking should I downgrade and get something small, and it's just like then I look at my fish and it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Are you heavily stocked though, Steve? To have increased to those 6 mil a day, fish wise.
I mean, it is fairly well stocked in there. As you can probably
6 million
see.
yours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was going to say 6 mils a lot for him and his tank, the volume, and seems a lot.
Thinking about it, it does. To be fair,
Are you using what, a Limifos Rapid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
That is a lot. That's what I mean. Like,
and the nitrates are 18, and the phosphates are 0.03 to 0.05.
To keep
pretty stable now. Yeah, and I was doing 6 mil, spread out over the whole day, so a little bit each hour. But then I was speaking with, who was I speaking with? Was it Ron? Was it Ron or Rob? I think, and they said, why don't you dose it just after? I think it was Ron, just after feeding, and I changed to that, so it now doses about an hour after I've fed, so it gives me a good window to feed in, and that's much more effective.
And you're dosing that direct into the reef mat, I guess.
Yeah.
We
were talking about hoovers earlier. Has Liam got one of these? Didn't know whether he had one of them.
Shark.
My cousin bought a hoover shop years ago, and he absolutely hated it. He said everything in shop sucks.
I come into your room and join you on the live. It's a problem having a
I
famous
really
net,
like that joke.
Yeah, being famous now is like, it's hard now when you've got a young daughter that YouTube sensations, your dad.
And at the weekend, Annie Lennox tribute band.
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite fish.
Right, I do have another question.
Oh.
Questions.
So while he's doing that, one coral that you haven't got that you want, what is it?
I don't know. What I would really like, I'd like another Blasto, a different variant, which isn't so expensive. It's annoying because, like, I think it was early last year, there was quite a few different variants which come into a lot of the shops at a decent price, and I should have snapped it up there and then. But I thought, I've got quite a decent Blasto, I won't worry about it. But yeah, that's probably the regret, Coral.
Yeah,
Blastos and Acans for me is they're the two that you struggle to get them now. And when you do get them, they are not cheap. Lee?
Reef Exotics have got quite a few Acans in. Just,
Bleeding anus.
For me, there's two. An Elegance, so I haven't had one for a while, and Jelly Bean Chalice.
Okay.
Well, Dave's growing that out for you, so...
Yeah.
I was going to say, you don't see it that often in the shop anymore, either, do you? It's kind of gone through that phase of being proper popular.
It's not overly cheap though, is it? So I wonder if that puts shops off.
Yeah.
Like Fragovic.
And it's a really slow grower as well.
Yeah.
Disco Anus. Yeah, I want a
How about
Disco
you,
Anus.
Steve?
The Disco Anus does look good. All-time favourite would probably be either an Amazeballs or an Inferno Gonny.
Amazeballs, yeah. Definitely up there.
Yeah.
But they're not cheap, are they? That's probably because they're not widely out there, but
I was quite surprised actually at the glitter Gonnies in AAC. They were like 130 quid. I was kind of expecting them to be a bit more. I mean, they're not really up my street, but
he's farming them. I think Paul's farming them homegrown now, isn't he? So that's always going to help. One, the life of the coral, but also the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but hopefully he keeps growing it. I don't know what's happening with the back of the back of the old shop. Are they going to renovate that and then go again with it?
Yeah, I think the plan was to move everything out of Unit 6. Is it the Unit 6 or Unit 4? the one that is there, like their stock room, and then clean it all out, and then put it back in there again, and start using it again. So they're going to move it all to the Seahorse stables, and then move back.
Or have 2 grow outs. Just have 2 grow outs and more coral, so then the prices go down.
Yay!
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
All the prices are going to go down now. They've all got a tariff on them, and America aren't going to buy as many.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in your news, but did you see what AAC had in this week?
No.
They got a seahorse that no one's had.
Ah, yes, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So he's going to have a go at breeding some seahorses that no one's got in the. Oh, I think no one's got in the UK by the sounds of it.
Yeah. They're dwarf seahorse.
Yeah, dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking at getting one of them a long time ago, and I couldn't find any. I found one that was apparently in stock in the UK, but they were like 140 quid each, and in the States they were like $30 each. But yeah, I noticed actually a few things in the news. Let me share my screen. Share this. So they have spawned and settled acanthophilia.
Well, that's Haley's favourite that she wants.
Yeah. Which is good news.
Yeah.
De Jong have this tank bred Gramma de Jongi, and named it after themselves.
Did Drippy say that he reckons AAC have got one out the back?
Yeah, they have.
So.
Seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, when I went down last year, I think it was. But
They've had it that long.
Yeah.
They've had it ages. But they've absolutely stupid one. They had to have it in front originally. When I reserved my zebra, it went top right and tank. As you go in, it goes like that, then like that. It were just up there.
I bet that's not cheap.
No, I mean I was in there the other week, and they had that feminist wrasse in there. Looks amazing, but £900. I can't spend £900 on a fish.
If you come up this way, it's 8,500 at Yorkshire Reef. Same thing.
I still can't spend £8,500 on a fish.
Why not? You just do it.
Have the Yerpole. I think that was best part of 6.
Yeah.
My zebra are 800.
It makes me nervous. Anything over 100 quid makes me nervous because I'm like, put you in, you could keel over.
Yeah.
What's the most you guys have spent on a fish then?
The purple for me. That was the other day. I've spent more on coral than a fish.
Yeah, me too.
For me, it's 800.
I look at it and think the coral's going to be fine, but a fish could die.
Mm. Well, I did have a very twitchy bum for the first few weeks.
I remember it was in your thingy bobby, weren't it? You kept it in a, how would you call it?
Acclimation box.
Acclimation box. There you go. Yeah.
Is that the mostly?
Yeah. I've had a couple of Achilles and that, but they were all cheaper.
I think like a tight subnet, really.
What have you done?
50 quid.
50 quid?
50 quid, mate, yeah.
And what was
you wait to get that big tank?
That was one of the Lamarcks.
Mm.
Yeah.
You wait till you get that big tank.
I think mine's only like 70 quid, I think, for fish.
Yeah. I like a bargain, mate. Like a bargain.
You wait to get that big tank, you'll get a couple of yellow tangs in that tank, and you'll be like...
I'm not going to, because I've got those yellow chorus wrasse. I've got my yellow in the tank now.
Is there anything that tickles your fancies? Like
tons of things, but I ain't doing
it. Steve?
Yeah, I would like to get a purple, definitely. Pretty much
at
everything.
In a couple of weeks, mate.
Yeah. I I was talking with Barry when I was in AAC the other day. I actually almost all of the fish that really stood out and I really liked were not reef safe. So they
Usual
were
case.
like a no-go.
What would you have, Lee? More than your zebra? My swallowtail was about zebra money, wasn't it?
Oh, that was six and a half.
Anything more than that? Fem?
The wrasses don't interest me.
No?
They never have. I'd love a black tang. I've already got a gem, which I didn't even bleeding want, so I just took that because my mate was shutting down.
How much?
don't know.
How much is black?
The last time they came up at TMC, the trade price was 7.5 plus VAT, so that makes it about 3k cash for retail price.
I was going to say Moss End had one not so long ago, and it was actually 700 quid, but it was from a tank breakdown. So
I was going to say,
yeah,
I bet that didn't stick around.
Nah, it got sold pretty quick. I think Rob had it.
Rob's just
the first
not
black was
telling
always
us.
600 quid.
Rob's just not telling us.
Yeah.
Rob's actually got a long locks fetish for a black tan. He likes them.
Can you buy a fish for 50 quid?
Yeah.
Yellow rats.
Yeah. But the thing is, they were quite cheap. They were 29 quid.
You're
Steve's
mute,
muted
Steve.
himself.
Yeah.
See, I'd love a pair of
Am I still muted?
black baslets, but
You can hear you.
you just don't see them.
Who? What rasses?
Black cap baslet.
Oh, black.
So basically, not oriental baslet, but they've got a black mark on top there. I had one. And they only ever come in tank bred now, and they're about 90 quid for basically the same family as Royal Grammar, and absolutely stunning fish.
I'll tell you what, my LFS had. Went in Saturday. They had a goatfish. I hardly ever see them.
Which
I've seen
colour?
a few.
The bicolour or the yellow?
Bicolour.
Yeah, cool fish. I love how the little things stick out like that, don't they?
Yeah, I then was reading about them. Obviously, they are reef safe, and I thought, oh, that's quite interesting, a bit different. And then I read they like grow to like fucking foot long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, maybe not.
If they got like a thing on the front, why did they not call it a Zoidberg?
Oh yeah.
It's a joke.
Like Futurama.
More news. A holy grail angelfish hybrid. I didn't actually think it looked that nice.
No, it's not for me.
Controversial, maybe.
Holy Grail. That's just put a few grand on the price of that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, for the tank bed bandits, I remember seeing them on Dijon when I was working at Odyssey, and they were 14.5k.
I think they're a bit up now as well. They've gone up a bit in price.
14.5k.
So that crossbreed, you could guarantee it's going to be close to 100.
I'm just going to see if there is a price.
Doesn't do anything for me. I don't know what it is. Just doesn't do anything for me at all.
No, me either.
It looks like a crap Lake Malawi fish. To be brutally honest,
it's the black that I think anything black starts to dull fish down, doesn't it? And
this is a black tang.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is with a black tang, when you get it happy, it's got an electric blue stripe across its top, just under the dorsal fin, and it goes out like that and then slims into it, and just absolutely stunning.
It's a long nose for me. The long unusual nose.
Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what grabs me over a black tang, just the unusual shape.
Yeah. Swallow Aquatics in Rayleigh is closing down at that location. So they're going to move to it. Yeah. Going to move to a different location nearby.
That's a big site to move, isn't it?
That is, yeah. There's a lot of tanks and a lot of coral in there. I wonder whether there might be some bargains when they're clearing it all out.
Is that what it is? It's moving into Lidl?
I think
Other way round, Lee.
no, Lidl are moving in there.
Oh, all right, okay.
Well, they could have it. The middle of Lidl could be corals.
Yeah,
Could
I
be.
was thinking that because
It
Little has that
surprise me.
wild. Sorry.
It wouldn't fucking surprise me with Lidl's. They sell a load of random shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them 2 aisles, don't they? Where it looks like Argos has vomited all over the store.
That's
My
because
mate
they
went
do.
to get 2 bottles of milk and came back with a drum kit.
They do because they do cold water. They do pond. They do tropical. They do marine. They can have. They've got a lot of stuff to move.
Yes.
But clearly, it's worth it. But
yeah.
I bet a
Yeah.
lot
Well,
will
it's
get
prime
sold
real
out.
estate.
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right, Lee. I reckon they'll come back not as big.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. And I think because it was also a garden centre there, wasn't it?
Ron should get on it and see if he can get some cheap stock for new garden centre.
Yeah, Eden Corals start up.
Yeah. Eden Corals South.
I went into my local Swallows Monday actually.
Is it? Your local swallows, is it?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, local swallow something. Yeah.
I'm waiting for a gag to come up about it.
And to be fair, it's all right for fish. It had a wall of fish, but corals, I think for swallows, it was very much one or the other. I know you said the same with your local one, Steve, but Rayleigh was the only really good one with both.
I think we went there
the
when
Colchester one was terrible when I went last.
When me and Tom came down, I think it was last year for Coal Freaks. I'm sure Ron took us to that. Not Ron, Rob took us to that one.
He did, yeah. Yeah, you went there, Coral Passion.
Yeah, we went to Coral Passion and the Essex Marine Shop.
Yes, yeah,
Like
that one I really like.
Yeah,
it's really
nice
small, but I really like it.
Grab yourself a bargain in there.
Yeah.
I got 2 hammers that have died, but it won't down to them. They're really good. I'm going there. Melinda's taking me.
Ooh. Monsoon Aquatics spawning wrap up.
Ooh.
So, in the last year, they spawned, settled, and grew out Acropora, Micromusa, Trachophilia, Scollies, Torch, Gonipora, and some Chalice. Wow.
Sweet.
Doing well.
I think it's only going to be good for the hobby, and it lower some prices, and I guess part of the deal is put back in the ocean.
Well, at the very least, we're knowing how to keep it going without needing the ocean.
Yeah, it's good that there's a lot of stuff we're now tank breeding, aquaculture, and which is only going to be good for us because it'd be shit if we stop getting everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely that.
Yeah, so, what else you got, Steve, on the news? Is that it?
The other one was just a news story about the impact of US tariffs, but there's no point talking about that because Trump changes his mind more than he eats his TDO. So,
He does, yeah. So, what's the plan for the weekend, chaps?
Monday, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah, all Monday.
Yeah.
No, there's Salty Banter live Saturday.
We do have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bracing myself. I've got a few gags for it. We're all good.
Have you? Are you prepared?
Excellent.
I've got something prepared from my last live stream with Reefers Network, so that's coming on.
Oh, you're going to be talking about sticks?
Oh yeah, yeah, buddy.
I'm going to glue on your eyes.
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep for an hour. No, I've got a couple of things to share in Salty Banter, which isn't good for this live stream. So yeah, we're all good.
Then just some tank maintenance, and then meet up on Monday.
Bit of tank maintenance. I'm going to go out and play Steve's hatred game, which is golf. I'm going fishing Friday. Round of golf on Saturday.
You play golf?
Well,
Are you Are you playing proper golf or is it crazy golf because it's easier?
Kids golf, mate. Yeah.
I was going to say,
Half-size sticks.
you'd be like that with a stick, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Nah. And then Monday obviously should be a good meet up.
Are you anything you're keen for on Monday?
Can't really. I can't risk anything now with the tank move coming. I don't want to risk anything.
Right.
Though if something is maybe we never know. Never say never.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Steve went out in the morning, didn't you?
No, I was only joking when I said I went out in the morning and bought it.
No, I can. Well, it's literally a day or two before, weren't it? You went out and bought something.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 days beforehand, I think.
Yeah. I've got
You
2 weeks.
Steve don't care though. Steve goes if he doesn't go to a reefing shop and not buy anything.
It's the law. You're not allowed to leave unless you've bought something.
No,
You've got to support your local fish shop.
Definitely.
It's very true. It's very true. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what floats my boat when we're there. I've never been there before, so excited to go there.
Anyone been?
Yep.
Okay.
I called in on the way. No, I think I was going to say on the way back from Aqua. I was going to call in the way back from Aqua, but I was so exhausted I just drove home. I called in one day on the way home from Birmingham. I was in Birmingham for work, and I called in there, and it was really nice.
Is it lots of fish, lots of coral? What's the sort of ratio?
Reasonable amount of fish and coral. It's probably quite equally balanced between the two.
Okay.
Not your AAC levels, but yeah, more than most fish shops for sure.
Yeah. I mean, my Alapus is obviously their father shop, isn't it? So
yeah.
And to be fair, they said to me in there, if you ever get the opportunity, go up and look because it's meant to be pretty good. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I think your siblings are fighting, so.
Yes. Let me children come off of the live stream now. Not you, Dave.
Is that
Okay.
is that your dad's voice?
Yes. Right.
What about you, Lee?
Otherwise, I'm going to kick him off.
What?
Are you interested in anything, or it's just what turns up?
I'm looking forward to meeting up with some amazing people who I have met on the Reefers Network, and people who are. I don't know why do I have to fucking read this. I'm not in any mind to look for anything. It was good to catch up with you guys. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly that.
Should be good.
Yeah.
And
should be good.
It's your birthday, Steve, so it's always a birthday meet up.
Yeah.
How old are you, Steve? 21?
28.
28?
28.
Yep.
That's one
You've
half.
had a fucking rough one, haven't you? You sleep with window open.
Are you...
Oh, we're going to fall out, Roxanne. I'm going to give Matt a bag of spiders to release in your house.
Anything you're after, Steve, for a birthday treat to yourself?
I need to replenish some snails. Yay, exciting.
I was expecting something dramatic.
I would quite like a male mandarin. I'm pretty sure the one in my tank is female. And I would like to get a male to see them kind of interacting with one another and swimming around and doing the spirally dance thing.
It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and mix breed of mandarin, i.e. spotted and psychedelic?
Don't know. I don't think I'd have any success with breeding them, but just I want to see them kind of interacting with one another.
You could call it a spotted psycho then.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. Some people say you can't mix them, but I've seen plenty of people which do.
Yeah.
Same with scooter blends as well, but I had like six of them in one of my old tanks when I was younger.
Yeah.
You don't see them loads and loads though, do you? Like psychedelic ones. You don't see a lot of them. Like
my LFS usually got 1 or 2 in all the time.
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty good for
them. My LFS normally has 1 at a time, and it's either it comes in various sizes, but it normally goes in their cold tray, and then if you want it, but the sort of the sticker for it's like so small you wouldn't even know they sold it.
Yeah.
Did you see the small ones that used to come in, the tank bred ones that were like that big?
Yeah.
And were they better success like being tank bred? Obviously they were weaned on frozen from the beginning, I guess, but
yeah, supposedly, yeah. It's just that they were that tiny. I remember about the third time I went to TMC, there were.
I don't know how to set serial light to that setting.
Oh, not this again. Go on, Alexa. Order pink dildo.
But I went into TMC and they had better fish. You know, the black with white spots, and they were that big, and they had like 200 of them. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've gone off topic again. Apologies, and apologies for silly woman talking to me, even though I'd never said oh.
We've never seen her back on a salty banter, Lee. I think.
Oh, she's been busy because I was chatting with her the other day on one of the streams. So where are you? Why haven't you been on salty banter? Oh, work's been mad. I'm like, all right, okay, as long as it wasn't me referring to you ordering a plastic penis. So
oh mate, that had me. I was gone. I didn't recover that whole string.
Do you know what got me more? You fell off at bed and then straight away Jay went, "You've fallen off bed, Dave. Have you got a ladder to get back up?" And I was just that with me hour on.
That's brilliant. That's so funny. Yeah,
any more news, Steve, on your upgrade? Have you made the decision yet?
No. The problem is that like I'm having the solar installed this week. Once that's out of the way, the scaffolding's down. I've got that window and some other windows and a door that are being replaced. Then just a bit of reasonably cheap decorating to do. Then I've got a wall to knock down and a complete kitchen to replace. I'm not actually sure if at the end of all that I'm going to be left with any money. So I don't really know what I'm doing.
What's wrong with you, Steve? Prioritize. Tank is more important than windows.
Yeah, I've already ordered the windows.
Yeah. Tell the missus that the tank's already been ordered. I ain't got enough for the kitchen.
When you need new windows, Steve, because it's cold, put a jumper on and stop whinging. That's what had been said in my day. My dad had said.
Yeah, well, one of the windows that's needed is in this room, and it doesn't get cold anyway because the tank's in it.
Yeah. Well, you go. You saved yourself a few £100, mate.
Yeah.
Get the tank ordered. Do it live.
Bigger one is a bigger radiator.
Yeah.
Do that in the live.
Have you actually kind of put your mind to it now? What you want? I know you were on about possibly that new Neptunian.
Yeah, I do quite like that. The Neptunian MP 180. I also really like the Cade S2 1800. I think it is.
Well, now speaking from experience for both of them tanks, because I've got a Cade myself, and my mate had the 5-foot frag Cade as well.
Yeah.
Phenomenal tanks. But as I say, this weekend my mate's just got the Neptunian Cube 5-foot Peninsula. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It is the glass quality of the tank itself, the whole setup, epic. Really, really good.
Yeah.
If that helps in any way.
Yeah,
Sorry, Steve, I don't mean that.
Weird, which gets me scares me a little bit.
Yeah, is that as quiet as they say it is?
Well, it will be. Yeah, it's miniature, isn't it? It's really thin, but it's not the back part which bothers me. It's the bit which goes under the tank. Have you cleaned it?
That's a detritus trap potentially.
Not bothered about that. It's more of like as soon as you start getting little, little bits which are growing inside there. It's like you ain't going to clean it unless there's a way they've decided you can.
Yeah, little Aptasia farm or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you only need to get snails breed in the tank, and some baby ones in there, and then they've got plenty to eat in there, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they're just wedged in that gap.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry for me.
I think if I was spending that money, I think the Cade is attractive because of the cabinet.
Yeah,
doors off everywhere, and
you get the DJ switches on it as well.
I think that would usher me a little bit that way.
Just because there's a Cade brag on Ultimate Reef at the minute. I don't know if you saw that. See 5-foot version of it. £1,000, I think, which is cheap.
My mate sold this for 17, and it was like 6 months old when he come out. But same guy that got the gem tang off. But the build quality on Cage is phenomenal. It really is.
The funny thing is, I think it may be the same guy selling it. He bought it and then hasn't had time to set it up, and it's just been sat there in his garage.
Who's the distributor for Cade?
It was I can't think of the name now, but now it's Aqua H.
Yes.
Right.
I think they're the main. Yeah, they're the main distributor, aren't they? There are some other stockists.
You're going to order it live at the show, are you, Steve? When you've seen one?
Yeah, we're going to film you ordering it with credit card like that.
Drippy's on your shoulder. Come on, Steve.
Do it. Buy it.
And while you're at it, again, have a couple of strap-ons. You'll be right.
Yeah. You can have one of them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's all good having a new tank like that. It's all the equipment which comes with it. It's bloody expensive, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
well,
I've been
got
looking.
One.
I've got one. I've been looking at Reef Mat 1200s, trying to keep my eye on those, just so I can try and pick one up second hand.
Yeah, that's what I did with all my equipment. Got everything apart from heaters, second hand.
What skim are you going to go for?
System being built. To be honest, I think the only thing brand new in my system is the G5 XR30 that I won. One of my felling reef mats and my Apex, and that's only brand new because my old one died. I made Quiet Drive, but same again, Quiet Drive didn't cost me out, so it's not technically buying it brand new.
What would you go? What are you going to go for, skimmer wise? And
I'd like one of the Deltec skimmers.
Good choice, sir.
Yeah, I was really impressed with those when I looked at them because I had one running in Aqua on the D&D stand, and I was really impressed with how quiet that was.
The new I series is brilliant.
Yeah, I love one.
I say new, it's been out a few years now.
What about flow?
You don't need that. It's overrated.
What, Powerhead or Return?
Both.
I'd probably start off with the 2 Nero 5s and then, go up from there.
Quickly upgrade.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone talks about MP40s, don't they?
I love mine.
I don't like the look of them. And they're so insanely expensive.
Yeah.
I like the movement from a gyro. Now I've got a gyro. I like the movement of a gyro. They're obviously not that pretty, but I do like the way that you're going to get an even flow out of them. Just something about, I think that's a natural spread of flow, not just one proportion.
Yeah.
I like the gyro. I still can't, maybe with a 5-foot, I'm going to be able to properly get both sides working together how I want it to. Fingers crossed. But at the moment, I have to run one singly, then the other. John's correct. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Or Jabal, Sparky Jabal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got the two Nero 5s going in anti-sync now, and it's working quite nicely. So, and I like the fact that I can just do it all in the Neptune Apex app.
Yeah.
I don't want to have 6 different apps on my phone to control my fish tank stuff.
Get the AI orbits.
Yeah.
Gyro pump. And I like the AI app. The AI app's quite easy to use, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Mobius as well.
Yeah. And you can control it on your Apex as well, can't you?
Yeah.
I've got Orbit 4. It's brilliant. Right, I think it is. I ain't touched it since I put it in tank.
Thanks,
That was
Rob.
another that were brand. That was another thing that was brand new
Appreciate
that I won in a competition. I won it on Reef Dudes.
Well, the thing is, you could technically run Red Sea pumps because you could have a reef mat, right? So
Yeah,
you still would have an app there.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the new G2 return pumps. I just don't like the controller price. I think that's an absolute con.
The new ones now, you don't have to run with a controller now, do you?
No, I know you don't, but
you can't control it.
You can't control it if you're away. Not that you would want to change anything, but I would want to know it's still definitely working.
Yeah.
I know I'd see on the camera that it would be, but yeah.
I know you get that little controller, but
yeah,
if you want to be one of these people that just set it and forget, perfect. But
yeah. And I like the other thing is if you wanted to do like a feed mode, so when you do your coral snow, that you can just switch it off without mucking about too much and whatnot.
Yeah.
Never understood that format with Red Sea. Why you have to have a pump, then a controller.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you to spend more money.
Yeah. And
is it not that it will control 2 devices, right? The controller does 2 pumps.
Yeah, but why should you have to have a controller to control a skimmer and a pump? Like it should be exactly like your gyros, your Red Sea reef mat. It should all just work without that. I just think it's a bit of a con, if I'm honest with you.
It's different if they make the pump, 40% cheaper.
Yeah.
So you can then choose, and then it makes sense because you can buy one controller and 2 slightly cheaper devices, and they'll both run off the same controller.
Yeah, or if there was a bundle price where you buy this, you get this.
The actual pump price for the Red Sea Return, the new one, the G2 1200, I think it was 260. I think the LFS has got it for.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. It's not a bad price, to be honest with you. Like, I'd imagine a J-Cod or a Jabal would be probably around about 180 quid for that kind of literage per hour.
It's the controller. You spend the same money on the controller.
Yeah,
ends up paying a 500 quid for a pump.
I think they're about 160, 170 quid the controller. And like you say, if you want to run it all within the app, you've got to have it.
I think Steve might kill someone tonight.
Yeah. It won't let me ban them anymore.
You've hit your ban limit.
yeah, I've banned that user too many times now.
I think that's probably their weakness. And if you're not going to run the Red Sea skimmer, you've got a controller which is only being half used, right? So should just be part of the pump. Simple as.
With the wave makers, Dave, they're independently controlled, aren't they? So
it took me a while to actually work out you can independently control or run them in anti-sync.
Right.
You have to ungroup one to be able to do that. So you've only got the one, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm debating because we've got a 45 and I'm debating the 25 to just push flow horizontally around the back of the tank, and then obviously I've got one vertically across the top of the tank, just to sort of mix it up a bit. But I knew you was having sort of playing around with them, and I was wondering how you were getting on.
I think in a 3-foot system, it's just not enough water volume acrosswards to get it to work properly. It's just a bit violent in the middle when it does, meet in the middle. Good for a short period of time, obviously, to get everything up into the water column, but not for long term. Definitely with your filier. SPS, yeah, I don't see any issue with it. You know, when I sell the 25s, I'll let you know if you can borrow one and try it. If you don't
I've got 2 Nero 3s that point forward, but I'm just thinking I can then spot use them, have a 25 pushing down the back of the tank, a 45 across the tank, and then just use the Neros as spots or put one in the sump. I've just put a wave maker in the sump, but it's only put a jack in there, but it's too small, and that now needs to go in the mixing where I dose everything, and then I need to put something else in there. So I was thinking I'll just put a Nero in the sump. Okay.
Just get one of those little TMC ones.
Yeah, little TMC one all day long.
Not for the price. They're stupid.
Look at his face. His face then.
They're stupid. They're stupid money.
Is he being serious? He's
what the hell is going on?
Oh dear. Well, on that note, we've hit the 2 hours, just like that.
I was going to say, yeah. Been an enjoyable evening, guys.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jim.
It's been amazing.
No worries. Love it. Yeah. Well, I think that's about a wrap, is it not?
Yeah.
It is, yes. Thank you very much for joining, gentlemen. Thank you very much, everyone else, for tuning in as well. Less so the 2 troublemakers that have been harassing me all evening to look underneath the door or go and get a spider or whatever it is. But yeah, thank you very much. See you next week.
Hello.
Don't forget.